Our neighbor was a predator, so I taught him a lesson he'll never forget. There's something about a quiet neighborhood that makes you think nothing bad could ever happen. We lived in one of those suburban areas with trimmed hedges, retired couples walking dogs, and kids biking around without helmets because they thought they were invincible. Our house was nothing special. 3 bedrooms, a squeaky garage door, and a backyard just big enough for family barbecues. My sister Jenna and I shared that house with our mom after Dad passed away. Jenna, a quiet girl, smart, artistic, always sketching on napkins and walls and anything she could get her hands on. She didn't talk much, but when she did, it was usually something that made you stop and think. And then there was Rick. Rick lived 2 doors down. Early 50s, single, drove a silver SUV with tinted windows, and always seemed to be doing yard work without ever actually planting anything. He wore cargo shorts year-round and called every kid in the neighborhood champ. I never liked Rick, but I didn't have a real reason to hate him. Not yet. He was just off, too friendly, too interested. He remembered weird details like Jenna's birthday or what school she went to, or the exact day our dog Kevin had to be put down. Just neighborly, Mom said. Rick's harmless. Yeah, that's what everyone says about guys like Rick. It started small. He'd wave a little too long when Jenna walked past. His eyes would linger. He started showing up more, outside when she left for school, pretending to trim hedges when she got home. I told Mom. She told me to stop being paranoid. But then Jenna started acting different. She stopped going out back, drew her blinds at night, jumped whenever the doorbell rang, said it was nothing. I didn't believe her. One night, I caught Rick outside, just standing there, across the street. No phone, no dog, just standing, staring at our house. That was the first time I felt that crawling rage in my chest, the kind that doesn't go away with sleep. I didn't know what he was doing yet, but I was going to find out. The night Rick stood across the street, I stared back. I didn't move. I didn't blink. I wanted him to know I saw him, that he wasn't invisible. Eventually, he shuffled off like a cockroach when the lights come on. I didn't sleep that night. Instead, I stayed by my window, watching. Nothing happened. But by morning, I had made up my mind. I started logging everything. Timestamps, his routines, where he stood, what he wore, how long he stayed outside. I kept it all in a spiral notebook I hid under my mattress. It didn't take long before patterns showed up. Rick always came outside around the same time Jenna got home. Sometimes he was washing his car. Other times he was sweeping an already clean driveway. Always watching. I bought a cheap motion camera off Amazon, mounted it on the front window behind a curtain, aimed it right at Rick's house. 3 days later, I caught him. Not outside. Inside his car. Parked across from our place at 11:17 p.m. Engine off, lights off, just sitting there, watching Jenna's window. I didn't tell Mom. Not yet. She still thought I was overreacting. And if I said the words, Rick's stalking Jenna, she'd say I was imagining things. So I tried talking to Jenna again. Has Rick said anything to you? I asked. She went pale. What do you mean? Has he tried anything? She hesitated. That was enough. I don't want to talk about it, she said, and left the room. Something happened. I felt it in my gut, and I knew if I didn't do something soon, she'd keep shrinking, hiding, until she disappeared into herself completely. So I made a decision. The next day, I walked right up to Rick's door. He opened it with a grin like he was expecting a package. Well, hey there, champ. Stay the hell away from my sister. His smile didn't falter, but his eyes flicked, cold and calculating. Now that's no way to talk to a neighbor. You think I don't see what you're doing? I'm just friendly, he said, voice syrupy. Some people don't know how to take kindness anymore. I didn't respond. I just stared. He closed the door slowly, like he was trying to win a staring contest. I walked back home, shaking, but not afraid, because now it was official. Rick had crossed a line, and I was gonna bury him for it. After that door confrontation, Rick laid low. For a while. No more driveway sweeping, no car watching, just silence. And for a second, I thought maybe that was all it took. A warning, a confrontation. But predators don't stop because they're afraid. They stop because they're calculating. And Rick was calculating something. Full story link below.